Tell me more, who's the king of your satellite castle? Winter's cold, spring races, and the cold by the storm is chasing.
Hey songwriters, this is Ari Koinuma, and today we are going to analyze Dave Matthews Band's old favorite, Satellite, to see in particular how they use wide intervals in a song and still come out with a pretty soothing and comforting song. Usually what happens when you have big jumps in intervals is that it can come across as, you know, a bit of a shock in a way. It's a bit jarring and it's dramatic and it's intense, but not in this song. And the reason why that is because they're sort of balancing the jarring effect of a wide interval with other elements. And I'm gonna show you how that works. So first of all, I'll play that famous guitar riff. It goes something like this. So, as you can tell, that riff has lots of big jumps. I mean, the first three notes are A flat to E flat to B flat. You know, it's 2/5 stacked on top of each other. It's like a ninth chord. You know, it's a big intervals. But then it doesn't sound like dramatic in a way, because actually the whole riff is made up of big intervals. So there's a predictability and pattern in the move that the riff makes, and then also the rhythm is very steady and dead simple. It's just all eighth notes, right? So while the intervals are big, and then that can sound mechanical in this case, and it's actually kind of appropriate because the song is about satellite after all. But they counteract the big intervals with, you know, having it be a steady rhythm, and also you know, making it sort of a consistent pattern throughout the riff, so that you know, it just you know, just really sort of after you get used to the riff, it just sounds actually rather nice. And then if you analyze the melody that he sings on top, it's actually really tame melody with mostly stepwise motions. There's no big interval in there. See, it's just all A flat major scale, just up and down one note at a time. And again, the guitar riff has the interest here, so the verse doesn't have to sort of try too hard to keep your attention. In fact, if I sing the song kind of like this, satellite in my eyes, like a diamond in the sky, how I wonder. You see, it's a very different kind of song. It just, you know, it sounds very elementary in a way. But thanks to the riff, satellite in my eyes, like a diamond in the sky, how I wonder. Now all of a sudden it sounds a lot more distinct and interesting, and again that mechanical riff paints a really nice picture of, you know, a satellite, some machine working with the steady rhythm, right? Now, if I move on to the chorus, though, however, then the focus of the song goes, you know, squarely on the chorus. Yeah, the melody actually. It goes something like this. So you notice there's two big jumps in there. The first one is you know, it's almost an octave jump, right? And then the second one is even bigger. It's ninth. From low A flat to high B flat. That's a huge jump. I mean, about as big as one can make in a sort of a melody, in a sung melody in a way. And appropriately, those do come across like dramatic and jarring, and just really grabs your attention, going, "Whoa!" But that section, is of course the chorus. It's the place where you do want people to remember the melody, so that is appropriate in this. And then again, as you saw in the verse is very tame, and the chorus has the drama, and then it goes into bridge. Bridge is also fairly tame as well in this song. So it goes from tame to dramatic to tame. And then actually, if you notice, the song ends with the bridge at the end, which sort of leaves you on that sort of a really comforting note. So the point I'm trying to make is songwriting is about balancing act, and if you have too much of one thing, it can be too much, really. That sounds silly in a way, but if the song had like a lot less predictable rhythm with like wide intervals that came and went all the time in an unpredictable manner, then it doesn't have this sort of a really sort of a nice, steady, comforting kind of feel. It just really sounds soothing. It just really paints the picture of, at the end of the day, you sit down at your couch and you watch a TV kind of, feeling, right? And that is accomplished by, having enough wide intervals so that the song is interesting to listen to, but then have other elements not try so hard to keep up, so that, it just kind of pulls back the whole sort of the song into more content package, and not something that is again jarring and dramatic and intense kind of thing. So that's something that you keep in mind when you're writing a song and you have a part that is acting a certain way, and you kind of go, okay, so that one has this sort of into contentment, or either sort of intensity, or momentum, or what have you. But then if you, depending on where you want to take the song, you may choose to sort of have a contrasting parts, or when you're arranging the song, have other parts that may not quite follow the exact same suit. It just more drops in support roles and such. So balancing is a good sort of thing to keep in mind when you're writing songs, so that you can sort of have an overall picture of the song in mind and be able to articulate it through your songwriting. Alright, anyway, so that's enough for that song. Thank you for watching. There are many other songs that I analyze, so I hope you keep watching and subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions or comments. Thanks again.